Everybody should own a light pollution suppression filter. I carry Optolong's L Pro filter. It's an amazing product. I did a review on it. And I'd also like to note that if you go to their Facebook page and you inquire about their products, they have the best customer support of anybody I've ever dealt with. And I highly recommend you check it out. I'll leave a link. But there are so many cases when you're shooting directly towards a city, or you may be near a city, and you need some form of light pollution suppression. If you're out west, somewhere central United States, there's a lot of dark sky sites there. You're lucky. If you're on the eastern coast like me, you just can't hide from it. It's everywhere. And this is a fantastic product. It might not be something that you get straight away, but eventually you're going to need it, and once you use one, you will not want to shoot without it. I promise you that. And again, this is Optolong L Pro filter. This is for full frame. They also make it for crop sensor cameras. You typically want to use a full frame camera for wide field. You're just not going to get as wide with a crop sensor camera as you can with a full frame. This is a Canon 6D, and I know it's not cheap, but it is the best budget option that Canon has at the moment for full frame, and it's a fantastic camera that has a really high hydrogen alpha transmission rate. This is Canon's 50mm f1.8. At the time of this video, you should be able to pick this up for around $120. And if you don't own any lenses other than your kit lens, I cannot stress the importance of a nifty 50, as it's known. Now, there's a cheaper version of this lens by Yongnuo, and the reviews are really good on it, and it's only $50. But if I had to recommend a first lens for anybody, I mean absolutely anybody, it would be the 50mm f1.8. This thing is so useful. It's just a versatile lens. On your crop sensor, it's more of a portrait lens because you're plus 80mm equivalent, but it's still a good astro lens. This is an amazing astro lens, as a matter of fact. Once you stop it down a little bit, it's almost perfect. It's really fast, and that's what you want for night sky photography. It's a very disciplined focal length. This is equivalent to human eyesight on a full frame camera. And it's also a prime lens. You may be used to your kit lens where you zoom in and out. Primes are for the money, typically cheaper and higher in optical quality than your zooms. And because there's less moving parts in here, they're going to have less aberrations for night sky photography, especially stars and that sort of thing. This is the first lens I would recommend to anybody just getting started. And it's also fantastic for daytime. It's just a general purpose lens that's better than this is hard to find. A lot of people will recommend that, not just me. Optically, it's a really sharp lens. It's really fast, and I just can't recommend it enough. Moving on to the second lens in my bag. It's Canon's 24mm f2.8. Now, this is a bit of a relic. This is an older lens. You can still find copies of it, but it's absolutely superb for night sky photography. The newer one that they made is a whole lot more expensive because it has autofocus and image stabilization, things that aren't going to be useful to you at all when you're shooting stars. This lens can be picked up on eBay occasionally for around $150 to $160 US dollars, but it's really sharp, and 24mm is a great landscape focal length. It's also going to be relatively wide on your crop sensor camera. There's something about 24mm and the Milky Way especially. It just seems to have that extra punch of detail that you don't get with your wide angles like your 14mm. And the key to it is taking several exposures and stitching them together to make a larger composite image. If you do that with a 24, you're going to have a whole lot more detail than you would, moving to such a wide angle like a 14. I don't particularly like the focus ring on this, but it works. Very few aberrations and spectacular quality. Like I said, people are ditching these because of the lack of features. Number 3, and this is one that everybody knows about. It's the Rokinon 14mm f2.8. This is a superb wide angle lens for the price. It costs right around $300 US. And it's really easy to focus. I did a review on this lens. It's very popular for astrophotography, and that's for a reason. It is a quality budget lens. I don't think you're going to find one better that's cheaper. I enjoy it for video, I enjoy it for landscape, but it's just, when you're getting over 100 degrees field of view, it's just amazing what you can take in. This is a superb lens for astrophotography. I personally prefer prime lenses over zoom lenses, and a lot of seasoned astrophotographers are going to tell you the same thing, especially when you get into telephoto, even though this is a wide field video. I typically like to double my focal length with each lens, and that's to give me a wide range of options when I'm shooting the night sky. Notice I have a 14, a 24, and a 50 here. A 50mm on a full frame even doesn't allow for a whole lot of exposure time without a tracking system. You're going to have to stack multiple images together in short exposures. 24 gives you a little bit more playing room, and 14 obviously you can go as high as 20 seconds and up because it's just such a large wide field of view. This Rokinon is the most expensive of these 3 lenses, and that's at $300, assuming that you purchased it new. 50mm you can grab for 120 bucks new, and this, if you're lucky, you'll find it around just over 100 bucks, 150. So total, you don't have $500 in this whole setup, and all of these lenses are faster than f2.8. So that, to me, is a really good budget setup. If I had one really good budget choice to recommend as a tripod, it would be the Bonfoto B761C. This is a carbon fiber tripod. It's really lightweight, and it's got all kinds of really good features. It collapses down to hardly nothing. You barely notice you're even carrying the thing, but it's strong enough to carry the weight of your camera and to perform well out in the wild especially. So really good tripod, a lot of excellent features. There's some good reviews online about it. You should check that out. The best part about it is it's under $100 on Amazon, so excellent choice. You get tools to work with here, and it also has an extra mounting bracket. If you notice, the head of this tripod can come off. That's critical if you're using a star tracker mount, because I can put a star tracker mount here and then the ball head back on top of that. So this tripod gives you that option also, and for the price range it's excellent. So let's take a closer look at the ball head from this Bonfoto tripod. You notice it's got a couple of really nice features. There's also a bubble level here, and there's a compass. I really like this clamp style shoe. I mean, that's not going to go anywhere. Once you secure that, you don't have to worry about your camera falling off. This isn't cheap plastic, this is metal. For panning, it's really smooth. It's got a good lock. And the tensioner works great for this ball head. There's a slot here for positioning straight up, so you can reach zenith very easily. Fantastic product for the price. I haven't found anything that can beat it. If you notice this lever, it's on the legs. Just slide it over and you can easily fold the legs up. It's really quick, simple, locks well. Excellent design. This is the part in the video where I recommend another channel. This is Mitchell Tubbs. There'll be a link to his channel at the end of my video. He teaches a lot of technical aspects of astrophotography in a really easy to follow way. So especially if you're a beginner, go check him out. Show him a little bit of support. And as always, thanks for watching my video. Good luck, and I wish you plenty of clear skies.